another week.
It is another week. Yes, we are back. It is the week.
It is the week.
It is.
Graduation week.
It is. The festivities are upon us, and it is going to be a great weekend coming up.
It is. It is. You graduated in 2 days, bro.
Girl.
2 days.
Literally.
And you are officially
a
film director.
And producer first, then director second.
And producer,
right.
And executive. And should I keep going?
You better speak those things, girl. Come on here. Don't get me started.
Boss. And a husband, and a podcast host, and a dancer, and a background singer. You want me to keep going?
Come on now. Okay, hold up though. You know my hands is going because I had to go get them done.
I had to get the nails done.
So it's one of them handsy days.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you get them done, you got to show them more.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Like,
Come now, listen here, y'all.
Like
y'all can't see her.
Inches,
She's snatched.
Like inches.
You are girl. You better let me have
inches,
it. I've been
like what, black girl? With the inches.
You better go ahead. Your hair's gotten long, girl.
I know.
Like
and I'm
really
about to cut
long.
It. I know. I'm cutting it all off.
Well, you better wait till after the party.
Oh, I'm not doing it
okay.
soon, but I'm doing it soon.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, we done jumped into this week. How about we talk about your week last week? How was your week?
Let's talk about your week last week and then this week.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh, that's right. Because last week you went about 10 minutes.
Okay. Nights like this.
Oh.
I wish.
Raindrops would. Go ahead. You had to finish it though.
Falling.
Okay. So my week was good. It literally was my last week for everything. So I finished my job and was done with that and now moving on. That was pretty much like the highlight of my week. And then I did something for the 4th of July that I have never done before. I spent the whole 4th of July by myself. I didn't go out and do fireworks. I didn't do anything. I really wanted time alone to get
to break
literally away from everyone. My mom, my sister, they, wanted to go to the beach, but I told them, no, I just want to stay and be lazy. My husband had to work. My niece was gone. And I literally just didn't answer my phone. I did not answer my phone to be invited anywhere. I literally spent from Thursday, 4th of July until Sunday in the house doing nothing. I even Ubered Eats and food. I just did not want to be around people. I wanted to spend some time with me to celebrate me.
You know how this week is going to be too coming up. I mean, you're going to just be nonstop from Thursday.
Right. Tomorrow.
Until.
Yeah. I know. And it was actually really good. I got to catch up on some movies and I just did stuff that I wanted to do. That I wasn't obligated to do, I just wanted to. I wanted to date me. So I spent a whole weekend with me. And it was absolutely wonderful. Like literally just laid around the house. Well, not completely. I did do some business, but it was necessary. And it wasn't like 12 hours. It was just, okay, let me address this and do this and do this. But overall, I was by myself. And it was absolutely wonderful.
It sounds like you had a very interesting.
I did. It was really, really good. But how about yours, girl?
Mine was good. It was just good. Just getting ready for your party. Doing a little shopping.
Okay, let's talk about it. What you shop for?
I shopped for Pride.
Okay.
I got me a cute little outfit.
All right, girl.
And trust me, you will be able to spot me at Pride.
Come on now. Volunteering or not.
So, okay.
Stand out in the crowd.
And then, period. And then I got my outfit for your party.
Mm-hmm.
And I must say, she's going to be looking very fabulous.
All right, girl.
To say the least.
That's what I'm talking about. I want everybody to come at their most fabulous. Yes.
Yeah. So, excited about that. Got a lot of RSVPs for your party.
Oh. I just want to say in advance, thank you to everyone who is coming. I know we said we were going to do something to invite a breaker. And so I want to apologize about that. Things just got chaotic and hectic and I wasn't able to.
Oh, but it's okay. Oh, but it's okay.
Oh, okay.
It's okay because sometimes
Here we
people
go.
do things
Here we go.
without other people's knowledge. And sometimes they don't. So
Okay.
we'll just have to wait and see.
We will have to wait and see. Okay. All right. Well, you know what?
And Breakers, I just want to say this. There might be a surprise. I don't know what yet, but there might be a surprise
Okay.
at the party. So we'll see how that goes.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? Before I apologize, then I'll just keep my lips sealed. Since last week you wanted to shout me out, talk about I'm always spilling the beans. So before I apologize, I'm gonna hold off.
Yep.
I'm gonna hold off. Okay.
Yeah. So, but just dealing with that stuff. 4th of July. I didn't do nothing either.
See?
Just hung out with the family and slept.
However, we do got to talk about something that happened on the 4th.
What?
It's huge.
Oh, that earthquake.
2 of them in a row, honey.
What? And then the next
That's
day.
what I mean. And that one was
Okay.
stronger. 7.1 was that one?
7.1. I was sitting in my seat and I was trying to call Karl to make sure he was okay.
My God.
And my phone kept saying 480, the Verizon number you were trying to call. And I'm
Honey,
like, what?
right.
First of all, Karl doesn't have Verizon. So what are you talking about? And then
Right.
I text him, and the text went through, of course, because it was iMessage. So
Right.
it went through based on the Wi-Fi. And I finally got in touch with him, and I was like, did you feel that?
Honey, I jumped straight up and went straight to the television because I was laying on the couch and that television got to swaying. Marco was sitting at the kitchen table and he's like,
And
babe.
he had never experienced one.
Well, yeah, which is crazy because this is his 4th one now. Because when we came the very first time, there was one back then, but it wasn't as strong. It was like a 4 something.
Oh, yeah. No, this is actually one of the strongest that we've had
in 20 years.
A long time.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but you know.
This is how you know you from California,
Come on.
okay?
Huh.
Me and Dad are sitting on the couch just watching TV. Mom is sitting there too. And then the TV starts shaking and the ceiling fan starts shaking. And Mom's like, whoa, 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 whoa. And me and Dad are just looking at her like, just calm. And she's like, oh my gosh, do y'all feel that? Star is going crazy because, of course, this is, she, dogs, they can really feel what's going on.
Exactly.
So we're just sitting there and Mom's freaking out. She's like, should we get under a table? Should we get in the doorway? Should we go outside?
Right.
What? Why are y'all just sitting there? Me and Dad are just looking at her like not responding.
That was me.
Yeah. I mean, because I'm just like, what are you... Like, it's not here. If it was here, that TV would have failed.
Come on now. And then you get under a table. Exactly. Like, I got up to hold the television because it was rocking really hard. And I just told Marco, I said, baby, get in the, because it's not a door frame. There's like an arc going into the kitchen.
You would have died.
I told him just to stand in that. I was still playing my game.
Died.
I literally was still playing my game and holding the television.
He would have died. He would have died. That's not a doorway.
But it's still a support beam. He would have been good. But no, he was like not okay. And then my neighbors.
Sorry, Marco. I would have told you where to stand.
No, that works. A door frame compared to a support beam? Come on now.
Listen, the problem anyway is all of that is flawed because if it's a real earthquake, standing somewhere doesn't matter.
Exactly. You need coverage. Right.
If the ground splits, you going down. No matter where you stand.
That's true.
If the earth if it separates,
you're going in the hole.
You're going down.
Honey, come on.
Period.
My neighbors were not okay though. They had just moved. I'm sorry for laughing, but they were not okay. He came outside, no shirt on, no shoes on. He just had on some basketball shorts. His fiance was behind him. They was a wreck in the face. He was red and sweaty. And Marco was like trying to console them. And he looked at me and he was like, you're just so calm about this. I said, listen here. I had to live through Northridge where my mom literally had to run into our rooms, throw us out of the bed and get us into the door frames because it was literally knocking the stuff off the walls and our dressers were falling down. So I've lived through that one, and that one was pretty intense. So I'm like, listen here, that was nothing. I just had to hold the television. Right. And then even the one the next day, it was the second one that we were together on. The first one, I was by myself. And I was like, oh, okay, that was an earthquake.
Well, the first one, my mom didn't even feel it. And I called her and I was like, did you feel that? Because Star was going off.
I was on the road. I was driving to go get myself something to eat. And I was on the phone with flown.
boop, boom.
Right. I was on the phone with Pleasant, and I'm sitting at the signal, right? And we just got to shaking. I said, hold up. I said, California's shaking her rump for 4th of July. And we went for a while. I saw the lights, the signal lights bouncing. And I was like, oh my goodness. And Pleasant was like, for real right now? I said, yes. And then when I went to order my food from Wendy's, they were just like, did you feel that? And I was like, okay, I'm not crazy. And they were like, and it went for a long time, honey.
Yeah. My brother was out walking Mr. Black.
Uh-oh.
And
I know he peed.
he had
I know he
Poor
went all
baby.
over the place.
But look, Damien had one beer for dinner, like a little bit, he had just came home from dinner.
Mhm.
So he said he was walking and he felt it and he was like,
I know I ain't that
I know I
drunk,
ain't.
right?
I know I ain't that drunk. What is going on?
Oh, man.
Oh, but yeah. So
It's funny to me how...
California is being bipolar right now.
Right. Well, it's funny to me how all these people who are native Californians, like all of a sudden they're in a big old panic now. And I'm like, y'all, we live in California, the most active
We've been doing this.
area.
We
Right.
true to this.
I'm like, it's an earthquake.
We're true to this.
And I'm going to tell you like
and
this.
listen, let us split off.
Come on now.
Let us split off into an island like Hawaii, and then we could charge people $2,000 to come and fly here.
Come on now.
Hmm.
That part. And then the other thing that's funny to me is because I'm just like, look, I would much rather have earthquakes than a hurricane or
Period.
a tornado. Come on now.
Period.
Let the earth just rock me. What did
'Cause
Tina
you not
Turner
taking
say?
Me to Oz.
Rock me, baby.
You not taking me to Oz. There ain't no house falling on me.
Right.
Period.
Poop. Right. So, yeah.
So I will clickety-click these hills out on to California. Period.
Right. I'm like, come on here. Give me that
But
earthquake.
yeah. Woo.
Anyway.
That was funny.
It was a week, though. So,
It was a week. It was but it was a good week overall.
it was.
I think I'm just anxious and excited for this week because we just got so much going on.
I am as
So
well, honestly.
It'll be a good time.
I'm really excited about this weekend because once again, something presented itself to me out of nowhere that's actually really about to be amazing. And it all starts after that weekend. You know, I have this week with everything and it's really starting the weekend after that. So I really am excited. You know, for a moment there, I was a bit questioning, but really right now, how the universe is working, the universe, God, Mother Nature, the force, all of them is, I'm really excited. Like something's in the air. Something's in the air.
Yeah.
It's shaking up.
It's your shift. It's your shift. You shift into the next
Come
level.
on now.
It's plain.
Even California felt it. Huh.
Okay.
Huh.
Period.
All right.
So we're going to move on to something else before the next segment. So
Oh, God.
last
Jesus
week,
Christ. Here we go.
we played this stupid game.
Here we go. You are
in
such
the
a bitter
games that
Betty.
people play segment, and we posted for y'all to participate.
Yes, we did.
And y'all didn't. Y'all like the picture though, so we appreciate it. We gonna always appreciate the love that you give us. But I definitely put audience participation post. Okay? That means that you say something on it. On the post. You know?
Okay, this is week number 2. You have called them out like that. I would need you to just take it easy on the breakers. Come on down here.
And then,
See?
Because I know y'all get mad when y'all post something and you want somebody to like, comment, and subscribe, and they don't. So I'm just saying. We definitely said audience participation.
And
Come on, y'all. Whose team are you?
Yes.
And then I posted and I said, Team Trina, whoop, whoop, whoop. Then Carl said, Team Carl, whoop, whoop, whoop. Then somebody else said, I don't know what it is. I don't know what's happening, but Team Carl. So they don't count. Okay. Sorry. I know y'all love him. But if you don't know what we're talking about, that means you didn't listen to the episode. So I ain't gonna call you out because I was about to say your at name, but then
Okay, listen here.
But
No, just stop.
But,
Why is it that when it's somebody for me, you automatically want to discredit them? You wanted somebody to participate. They participate. They didn't put down what you wanted to say. So then all of a sudden they're discredited. So y'all see how this works. She is going to try everything. Okay, Trump.
Just said they never.
Okay, Trump.
They don't even. No. Okay, Trump. You. They just said that they didn't. They've never. Like they don't even know what we're talking about. So that just proves that. And you're sitting here trying to use it to your advantage. So who's the narcissist here? Hi, Carlito.
Oh my goodness.
So they don't count. So if we go to our Facebook, however, he don't. Y'all, the reason why Karl is, he wanted that vote because he needed it. Because guess what? He lost.
No, I did not.
He lost. Even one of his own people. Okay, one of his people who he has grown up with, Erica. The sweet, sweet, sweet sister.
Oh, Lord. Here you go. I think that's funny. She's sweet now.
She's been sweet.
I know that. I've known she's been sweet. You know she's been sweet, but she's even more sweeter now because she's on your side.
Don't say she's been sweet now because I've been talking about it, because I ain't been talking about it. No, I'm
talking about how you're trying to use this as manipulation to validate your point that my game was whack.
How is it manipulation? I'm just saying.
Only because she agreed with you. Y'all hearing this? Y'all hearing this right now on the show?
I know Karl. You know I'm supporting Karl. I did not want to have to make this decision. However, Team Trina, because you set her up, bro. You straight up.
I didn't even set her up. You came up with all this mess because you're bitter. You're bitter about the game.
You set me up. Ain't even never heard of 75% of the movies in the game. So I just wanted to let y'all know Karl cheated. Trina won, and I wanted you guys to hear this from me.
Here we go.
They manhandled me very roughly. My shoulder is dislocated literally. It's hurting me very badly. I'm in pain all the time.
So, and that's what happened based on the fact that Karl cheated.
No.
He mishandled me.
You know what? It's all a matter of perspective.
Treated me very roughly.
Fake news.
He treated me very roughly.
Fake news.
Fake
news.
He mad, but
no, I think it's funny that we're still dragging this on.
The point is, you don't get that point. Disqualified. So it's back down to 1-0. And you gotta try again, buddy. That round is you're disqualified. So technically,
so it's 1-1.
I should get the point.
Okay, 1-1.
I should get the point.
Yeah, we'll do 1-1. That's fine. I said it then. I was trying to make it fair then, so we have 1-1.
No, you was trying to backtrack and trying to give me extra points.
I didn't have anything to backtrack.
See, you got so many. You got this. You really got 7 out of 10.
Okay.
I did not.
All right.
Don't be mad.
Not at all. I am.
Like the trash bag. So we are going to move on to our next segment.
Yes, please let us.
And it's Help Me Fix My Life. You better fix my life. You better fix my life today. Oh, come on now. You better fix my life. You better fix my life today. Come on now. Hey, you better fix my life. You better fix my life today. This podcast is brought to you by Karl Trina and Karl. Stay classy, San Diego.
Okay. No.
That was the theme show, Fix My Life.
Okay. No tea, no shade. That was my least favorite out of the 18 episodes that we have done.
Really?
Yeah.
Even over Britney?
Yeah, that one was good. That one was funny. That
one was a good.
That one was funny. This one was just kind of like a bad Baptist church.
It was a theme song. That was a theme song, like the Ricky Lake Show.
I got bad Baptist church choir. Like,
oh wow.
Yeah, I was just like, oh okay.
All right. So we gonna go into it this week.
Oh my God.
Hey, Trina and Karl. You know, I'm not even gonna say, I don't know who this is. So here we I'm okay. It says, hey, Katrina and Karl, but I'm just going to read Trina because you don't know me like that.
That is your government name.
Okay, but I didn't give approval.
No, but everybody's called you
Karl?
Katrina.
No, they do not. It's Trina. Mhm.
Everybody that's written in and said Katrina.
No, they have not. They call me Trina because that's what I go by on the show.
Well, actually, you said Katrina.
No, I did
Yes,
not.
you have. Oh, maybe I've called
Okay.
you Katrina. My bad. Just saying.
You don't know me like that. Hey, Trina and Karl. First, I want to say I love the show. We love you too, Trina. It's Trina.
Oh, God. You know I love you,
Second,
breakers.
I want to say, please don't.
Well, it's
Just
too late for
kidding.
that.
Just kidding. I love y'all's laughs, and we love yours too.
We've never heard their laugh.
Okay, Karl. Come on, be supportive.
Okay.
Dang.
I just don't like
Anyway.
to lie to the people.
I love y'all's laughs. They get me through the day. Okay, to matter of hand. I've been married for 17 years now. Jesus, you're ancient. And it's been an amazing 17 years. Karl was on his back laughing at that one.
Okay. First off, hold up. Just because they've been married 17 years does not make them that old.
I know.
I've been out of high school for 18.
Woo.
So, no, they're a year old. They've been married a year longer than I've been 18.
Right. And you're up
I'm not
there.
old.
Okay.
What
I
are you
said up
talking
there.
about? I'm in my mid-30s, girl. I'm in my prime.
Okay. Yes, you are in your prime.
Because you on your
Rib. You want your prime rib because it's almost done. It's almost too tender. Okay. So
way. I am slim
just-
sensational and I love it.
I'm just playing. Y'all.
Oh.
It was just a good, I just had to slide something
Oh
in
my
there.
God.
This is perfect.
Okay.
All right. So,
Congratulations on being married 17
yes,
years though.
that is great.
That's
That's
huge.
a long time.
Come on now.
And to
Especially
be
in
with one
today's age.
person.
Yes.
It's a long time to be
That
with
is.
one person.
My hat's
and
off
to
to
deal
you.
with one person's attitude and ups
Yeah,
and downs.
everything about them. That's
So,
right.
Applaud you.
Definitely when 50% of marriages nowadays end in divorce. So I mean, it's like
Now or who?
50% nowadays end in divorce.
Oh, nowadays. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay. Before it was nowadays. You know,
No.
I don't know where you're from. As of late, it's been very country. And I don't know where you're from. I just,
Listen here.
a minute ago, I was talking about, us Cali people, but I'm not sure at this point.
Listen, you're from more of the country than I am, girl. You're from
I'm
Georgia.
from all over the world. I'm a military brat.
So I'm like, my dad is from Indiana, my mom's from Ohio, but I'm not country. I was born and raised in Cali. I'm a Cali kid.
Exactly. So I have no idea where you're from
These
because
sayings, actually, I'm universal. So
not saying
the universe, the universe created me. I'm here. I'm
Sometimes
loved and I'm power.
sometimes it's country, sometimes it's not.
Yeah,
That's
sometimes it's ghetto, sometimes it's super gay, sometimes it's black, sometimes it's white.
What is black and white?
It is whatever you make it to be. We get offhand.
We have been married for 17 years now, and it's been an amazing 17 years. However, in the past 6 months, I've grown bored.
Oh,
Mhm. This boredom has led me to stray. It
Oh.
started as harmless flirting with this person at my job. Okay, I feel bad for laughing now and calling y'all. But now I feel myself thinking about this person all the time. Don't get me wrong. I love my husband very much. If I didn't, we wouldn't be together. However, I feel that there is something special between me and this other person. We have not done anything sexual at all. We just talk and hang out. But the real issue that it's a woman. As a self-proclaimed straight woman,
oh,
I'm really at a loss.
huh.
I've never felt like this before about someone of the same sex. I have no issue with the LGBTQ community. There's a plus on there. I'm a strong advocate for everyone living their lives the way they want. What? Because I said there's a plus on there?
I had to catch myself because I'm trying to stay to the beat of this because I'm like, oh, this is good. But when you said that, it got me off guard.
I know, me too. I was just sure I was straight. But this woman has made me question everything I believe. I really need some help here. Love you both. The Dazed and Confused Breaker. P.S. Katrina. You know what, girl?
Oh, yes. I'm going to read it. Hold up. It says,
Katrina,
P.S.
You are amazing, but last week I was really trying to be fair. The game was hard, but the one you
Yes. I got one. Yes.
No, girl. You did not get one.
Yes. Oh, girl, I love you.
Want to know
Thank
why you didn't get
Thank
one?
you. Thank
Because
you.
Dazed
Thank
and
you.
Confused is just that. I said to write it on.
Okay. Hold on. No.
I said to write it on the post.
No.
I said to write it on the post. So she's confused because she didn't know we was gonna pick this one to do today. So you're lucky. And I'm gonna give you your credit. But one, you've been calling me Katrina all episode, and it's not going like that. Period. Let's get one thing straight.
Oh.
You don't rewrite the rules. This is our this is our stuff.
Let me
Don't
just tell
rewrite
you
the
all.
rules.
Let me just tell you all how our Help Me Fix Our Life works. So
Yes.
1 week, Trina will pick the one and I will read it. The next week,
So Karl
I
put
will-
this purposely because of the end. Girl, so that just lets you know right there. Yeah, your story. He just saw that at the end because he just wanted to prove. I'm sorry. That's the only
Thank
reason
you.
you got picked this
Thank
week. I'm
you.
sorry.
No, actually,
He didn't care.
No, when I read
but
this-
I care. Let me tell you.
You laughed. You called her
I
ancient.
care.
No, when I read this, I thought it was something powerful to address, which is why I chose this one for this week. I thought this would be good.
This is good because it's going into Pride Week. So it's perfect.
Yeah. Do you want me to go first or would you like to go first? I think I'll go first. I don't know where to start on this. And the reason being is because me personally, I speak often about being fluid. And when I say fluid, I mean, I don't identify as being completely male and I don't identify as being completely female. I believe that I am a perfect balance of the two. And me personally, I don't believe that I should have to choose between the two. That's what works for me. I personally believe that we are all made up both of masculine and feminine energy. The reason I'm mentioning that is because I believe it is the same for our sexuality. If we have masculine energy and that masculine energy is attracted to other masculine energy, be it from a female physical form or a male physical form, it still is masculine energy. Because I will say this, and me and Trina used to laugh at this all the time. There would be some lesbians that I would see that would look like some dudes and really feel like a man to me. And I was super attracted to them.
Very.
Super attracted to them. But again, that's me. And then there have been some extremely beautiful women that I have seen and I am attracted to them. Now, does that mean I want to sexually be with them? No, it doesn't mean that. And that way, and honestly, I don't know.
Just the fact that you're able to recognize beauty and, beauty for what it is. Like, if somebody looks good, they look good. Doesn't matter if they're gay, straight, male, female.
Right. But
they're beautiful people.
Yeah. But some people aren't able to do that. Some people can look at an attractive male and not see any attractiveness and be a heterosexual male. Do you know what I mean? Well,
yeah. But I mean, if they're being totally honest and that person is attractive, that, I'm saying that there's people out here who are just, to you, they're just attractive.
That's right.
Whether you want to admit it or not out loud.
Right.
That's what it is.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying.
Gotcha. No, I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying a whole lot of people haven't acknowledged that within themselves. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So, and I don't say that with any judgment. I want you all to hear me with that. I'm just saying that some people, and honestly, I don't know, because for me, I haven't experienced that where it's just like, I can't see somebody attractive and think they're attractive. Does that make sense? Right. So I don't know if for the people who are that way, if that's genuinely what it is, or like meaning just like they do not see anything physically attractive about that somebody of the same sex. I don't know because I haven't lived that experience.
Right.
So with that, I say this. If you are questioning your sexuality, then I think you should ask yourself this question. Do you see yourself being with that person sexually? Or are you, I'm a bit confused by the message only because I don't know if you are sexually attracted to this person or you're just drawn to this person. Well,
because they're giving you attention.
Right. But my thing is this. If you say it started off as flirting, then obviously you are sexually attracted, right?
Not necessarily. Some people can be attracted to somebody, but it's not a sexual thing. They just enjoy their company. It's a companion thing.
Right. But then why would she mention me being a straight woman? So then it must be sexual attraction there.
Maybe.
And she
Could
said,
be.
But actually says before about someone of the same sex.
But she said it's not sexual. It hasn't gotten sexual. She's saying that. And probably what she's saying is because it's possible to be attracted to somebody and to like someone and you haven't thought, oh, I want to sleep with them. Like that's what when we were younger, when we were kids and we hadn't experienced all that, that's what we used to do.
Right.
We like people. Oh, I like him. Oh, I like her. They're cute. And you really like someone, you have a crush on them and there's nothing sexual about it. It's just you're attracted to them.
Right.
And that might be the same kind of feelings that she's having. And it might be weirding her out because she's never experienced that before. And the fact that she still is very so much attracted to her husband and is in love with him and all of that kind of deems it's probably one of those things like a playful crush, like just somebody that you're attracted to. I have one of my best friends has a crazy, crazy crush on Janelle Monáe. Like she's like, that's the one. If ever anyone, that's the one. And she's the straightest.
See, but she would make an exception for that one though. And you know what? I've done the same thing because there have been some celebrities. And I thought to myself, if Janet Jackson said, Karl, I want to be with you for the rest of my life,
if y'all
I probably would be like,
loves Janet.
Huh?
I said if they didn't know.
Right. But I would. For Janet,
Janet,
I would be like, okay, let's do this. Yeah.
I don't believe that.
You're probably right. But the thought of thinking of being with Janet is still amazing.
I get it. That's how I feel about Chris.
Exactly. So. This brings up a bigger question because some people even say, oh, that's my celebrity crush. Because I've heard some guys be like, oh, yeah, I'm all about Chris Evans. Like, he is it. And I'm just like, huh. This whole situation.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. And she's just actually living it. So she actually met somebody who she has those feelings for. And granted, you've spent time with that person. So you know that you like them, apparently. But you don't want to cross that line. Obviously, you're married. So we do not condone cheating around here.
Right.
So, but evaluating those feelings to see if it's just, a simple crush or if it's really something that you think that this could possibly affect your marriage is, that's what you got to kind of weigh it out as. And if it's something that's going to be traumatic to your marriage, then it might possibly not be a good friendship to keep having.
Especially if it causes you to do something outside of your character. And I do believe that we're ever growing, we're ever evolving, and we're ever changing. I do get that. But I would say this, analyze why it is that you're feeling bored. Because you said in the past 6 months, see what that is. Maybe
because you don't ever want to use somebody to fulfill that because I'm bored. Just because I'm bored, because somebody's feelings could really, really get hurt. And that's how you have fatal attraction.
That is true.
And you don't want that to happen.
That's right. Exactly. I agree. So see where the boredom is coming from. Focus on that. Like, maybe it's you and your husband used to go on vacations, and now maybe because of your work and stuff, you can't do that. So,
so
maybe
get some wigs.
Yeah.
Get some different wigs.
There are different things for different people.
Get some different wigs, girl. And y'all get a little hotel room out in another city, for a weekend or something and wear the wig.
Mm-hmm.
And be another.
It seems like maybe she's missing the companionship.
Yeah. Or y'all just, spend some time. Go to the movies. Go bowling.
Go do something.
Walk in the park.
Surprise them with something.
Do something.
Yeah, just surprise them with something. That would be my recommendation for this. Most definitely. Just get out and surprise them with something, honey. That would be the best.
So that is that.
On that. Uh-huh.
Sorry,
is.
Dazed and Confused if I was being sassy.
She was.
You know what? I'm trying to, with this whole
Lie.
growth. Hold on, with this whole growth thing. Let me tell you, because I went off on somebody today. Well, Sunday, and I shouldn't have.
That's okay.
And I apologized,
Mm-hmm.
and I realized that I was wrong. Of course, they had to tell me I was wrong, but you know what? I realized I was wrong when I sat back and thought about it. But with this growth thing, I'm like, we do make mistakes, we lash out, we do things, we be in our feelings sometimes. So
Right.
sorry, Dazed and Confused. I don't want you to call me Katrina though. You can call me Trina. And again,
was a
your
harmless
opinion about last week does not matter because you didn't do it in the right format.
Dazed
So,
and Confused, I love you and thank you so much.
I love you too, but it didn't matter. So
I will always support you in any decision that you make.
and I
we have
still
already
love you
called Trina
since
the winner.
and stay classy.
And she's still
San
going.
Diego.
Okay.
So we're gonna move on to our next what?
Please.
Do you know what do I know what? What you got to say, Carl?
Oh, nothing.
Huh?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Come
You
on here.
chilling?
Yep,
You
I'm
good?
good.
Okay, good. Well, we gonna move on to the next segment, and it goes a little something like this.
It's tea time.
It's tea time.
It's tea time.
It's tea time, y'all. Y'all ready for this? I hope you got your cups and ready to take
Can
a
I do one,
sip.
please? Because I think you're going to be happy about this.
You can do it.
Well, the very first time that Trina and I went live on Instagram, it was for Mother Dolly's homegoing celebration.
Oh, yeah.
And there was a song on the radio that I did not know at that time. And it was Old Town Road. And me and Trina were just bouncing to it. And we was having a good...
horse to the Old Town Road. I'm gonna
Come on now.
ride till I can't no
I
more.
love that song. Well,
Me too.
this past week, I am so glad to welcome my brother, Lil Nas X, into the LGBTQ plus
Aw.
family. He came out on a British show. He was out there for Glastonbury. Yes, let's applaud him because this dude is 20 years old. He literally has blown up. And a lot of people we know, when they get into Hollywood, they're told, not to come out because he's hip hop.
Suppressed,
And he even said it.
yeah.
He even said it. He was thinking about, not coming out at all. He was like, I was just going to keep it quiet. But then he tweeted out on his account first, listen to Closer. I think the name of his song is called Closure. I actually have it.
Yeah.
But it's C7. So I'm guessing that's supposed to be the 7 upside down. I mean, the L upside down. My bad, not 7. But yeah, he came out on the show when they asked him and he was like, yeah, I am gay. And he straight up said it. He said, I am gay. I thought about not saying it, but, I want to live the life that I want to live. And I'm like, I'm all for it, brother. I support you.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be shady in any way at all, but I am very happy to see a young, good-looking, successful Black man own up to it instead of this half, I'm bisexual. And
or this not. I'm not. And
exactly.
Putting on this facade because there's a lot of these rappers that
we're not touching that.
It's a little questionable. And hey, I'm not here to judge. I'm just saying it's a little questionable. Like just be you. Like you are, you're out in the forefront and you are somebody that these young kids look up to. If you're not being authentically you,
right?
That's a plug there. If you're not being authentically you, they're going to be able to see through it. Like, I know me, I can tell when somebody's just like
faking it
for cat.
Yeah. But I do want to support him. He said he has gotten some backlash from
I'm
it,
sure he has. Yeah.
But he said something. No. He said something that was good though.
What's Gabrielle Union's husband's name?
Not sure.
Oh gosh. Wade. Dwayne Wade.
Oh, okay.
Because his son, they took him to Pride this year, and he's like 11 or something like that. But yeah, so when Lil Nas tweeted something like, if somebody else says something to me, I'm gonna go off or something like that, and then he just replied back to him is like, hey, don't let these people get you out of your character. What you've done is great. We support you. And it was just dope to see a straight married man, black man supporting him.
That's right.
I mean, and it's not just because he has a gay son himself. He's just a nice guy and he understands that. There's a lot of nice guys out here who just, they understand it. Like they understand that just because a male is gay, it don't mean that he like me.
Right. But Lil Nas said something that was good on the show. They ended it with the interviewer asked him, how are you dealing with that? And he goes, I was once in that place. I was the person on the opposite end trying to say something to get a reaction out of somebody because I was missing something.
Right.
So I just hope they find what they need. And he was like, and then I just continue on the joke with them. And I was like, wow, at 20 for him to have that, that's amazing. And I hope he keeps that because Lil Nas, I support you, bruh. Like, really. I literally, after watching that interview, started following him on Instagram and everything. Like, I'm all about it now. And not that I don't support other people, but I did like that one song. The rest of the album I listened to, and it was okay, honestly. Like, it wasn't my thing. And then I liked that one song, Closure. Like, I thought that song was really good as well. So, but outside of that, it's not my thing. But I now, I'm going to support him because anytime anybody's saying they're receiving negativity for being who they are, I'm all about supporting them.
Yeah.
And you all have seen that time and time again on the show. I'm growing because if I can support Donald Trump, not everything he does, but I can praise him when he's done right, I will continue to be that light for everyone.
So moving on to the next thing in tea time. Hold
on, everybody. We're going to stop right now. We're going to address this right now. We're going to address it right now.
What?
How come every single time I say something like that about being positivity and light towards somebody that we may not like, you always be like, okay, so move it on.
Right, because, there's no reason to dwell on it. Let's just move on.
But we have to be the light always, honey.
We are the light always. I don't have to.
The light shines in the darkest of places. That means we have to go to the darkest of places.
Do you want me to pat you on the back every time you say, I'm supporting Donald Trump for doing something good?
No. Let's not get it twisted. I'm not looking for praise. I'm just saying you always want to move on from it.
Yeah, we just move on. You stated it, cool. Keep it pushing. That's it.
You absolutely hate it. Why did you? We were talking about being authentic. Just mention it.
I'm being authentic. I don't see what's wrong with if you stated it. Okay.
Well, do you agree?
With what? With Donald Trump? The action. The one action.
Do you agree with celebrating people when they do right, even though they may be dark?
Yes, absolutely. I agree with that.
Oh, okay.
What are you talking about in reference to?
I'm just asking.
Donald Trump.
Because last week when we talked about the North Korea thing,
and I said that, no, I did not. I said that's a great thing that he did. Great. Wow. Yay. But I don't want to talk about him. That's what I said.
Let me just tell you where all this is coming from, you guys. I really feel a calling
competition mode.
No.
That's what.
No, I really feel a calling to bridge the gaps because I've noticed for a long time I have extremely Republican friends who I love. And I've noticed that I can have these conversations with them and hear where they're coming from and understand where they're coming from and then explain where I'm coming from and why I feel the way I do. And I truly believe that that's going to be the way that we heal our country. And I really am on this thing right now where I have to be about what I speak about, which is one of the reasons why I make it a point to do that. And that's why I say, I do not support about 98% of the things that Donald Trump stands for. Right. I'm not about any harm coming to him because I don't believe any harm should come to any human being. I'm not about wishing the worst on him because I don't wish that on anyone. What I am about, though, is bringing love and positivity back into our world, back into our politics that we all show towards one another instead of using each other, dismissing each other like we don't because we don't know the person and not trying to understand where they're coming from. That's what I really want my life's legacy to be, that I was able to go into different avenues and venues and have many different people's lives changed because I was able to present a different way of seeing something. And so that's why I began to use this platform for that reason.
And I totally agree with you. It's not, again, I get it. He did great. Okay, good. But it's just like, even when they were having the Democratic debate, I sat there, I watched it with my parents and everything. And the one thing I said, which would be surprising to everybody is, okay, we get it. Stop Donald Trump, but stop using him as your platform because he's not the villain here. The thing that you're supposed to be worried about is us, the people.
That's right.
Who cares about Donald Trump? Who cares?
Right.
Okay.
I agree with you on that.
So that's what I'm saying. So like when you bring up something he did, okay. Moving on to the next thing.
Got it.
That's
I understand.
all. That's
No,
what
I
I'm
understand
doing.
clearly
Like
now.
it's not. It's like, what do you want me to do?
No, I completely
You know?
get it now.
So we're gonna move on to the next thing in tea time, though, and we got one for the culture. It was announced last week that Halle from Chloe and Halle.
Mm-hmm.
It's Halle, right? Or is it Hale?
Halle. It's Halle.
I just gotta make sure.
Mm-hmm.
Halle is gonna be our
Ariel
for the Little Mermaid.
So excited about this.
Yes.
You know what
finally
though?
Got us a black princess. Well, let me not say finally, because Brandy been
right. She did Cinderella.
Paved the way.
Right.
For the black princesses.
That's right.
Like,
I'm waiting for...
Like, let's be clear. Like, y'all keep talking about, oh, the first black princess was Princess and the Frog. No, sweetie.
No, what they... Okay, let me put that in the
I know what they're saying. I know what they're saying, but Brandy was the first black princess, Disney princess, period, as Cinderella.
Yeah, she was.
No matter what way you're spinning it,
but
Disney... Movie,
they released that straight to television when they had released all the others straight to film, which is what people were irritated about, not having a full feature-length film pushed in the mass media like they do for all the other cultures. That's what that one was about. So you're right. We did have one, and that was Brandy. Brandy and Whitney were together.
And she did it. And she did it.
Yes, she did. It was really good. And unfortunately, it didn't receive the recognition it should have. It did well for television. Like, it was really good for television.
Yeah,
and
I have it on DVD and VHS. Right. So.
It just wasn't in theaters like it should have been. And yeah, we had Princess and the Frog, which I'm waiting for the live action of that. That's going to be amazing whenever they decide to do it. But
she's going to be Creole, obviously.
Right.
So she'll probably let me just tell you why
I get why Disney went in this direction with the situation of choosing a black Ariel. It's funny to me how people are outraged by it when, if you listen to Sebastian, he's Caribbean.
Yeah.
And even the types of fish that they used in The Little Mermaid were Caribbean fish.
So to keep going.
Just saying.
With that, I watched a breakdown of a guy who was basically mad because they have created a Facebook page called Make Ariel White Again. And they've been posting, little stuff in this own private little group. It's a private page. And basically, though, somebody was able to get in there. I guess they made a fake page and pretended to be white so they can get a part of the group. And they have Ariel, but they have like a blackface Ariel. Like, they have the picture of when she's up on the rock. When she pops out the water, but she's like jet black, big mouth, big, like, blackface. Wow. So he said, I wasn't going to say nothing about it because I was going to let y'all just sit there in misery, but I'm just going to break this down for you. And then he began to break down all of the characters, but like the actual history of like the culture, like how Triton is like a West African name led back to Africa, which means he's black, and how and how Atlantica is in the Atlantic Ocean. That's correct. And how, that all ties back to being named after a black woman or something like that. But anyway, he just broke it down and I was like, oh. He said, this is not us taking over the culture. We're just getting the stuff back. We're taking back what has already been ours. So I thought it was great, but I'm very excited for her.
It's people acknowledging our culture.
Yes, exactly.
That's correct.
So I'm glad. I'm happy for Halle. I know she's going to do great because she can sing, first of all. And then I wonder how they're going to do. I wonder if they're going to do the red dreads for her hair. Because if they do that, like the burgundy dreads. With her skin, I just think it'll be good. Like, don't put a lace front on her. Like, just don't do it. Just give her some dreads. Like,
I really hope they do that because.
And did you see who they said that should be the dad?
No.
Somebody posted and said Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, that's
should
so bad.
Be the dad.
No, do you know who I think would make a good father? I can't remember his name right now. He played the father in Scandal.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now.
But I like him.
But he is amazing and he would be an excellent King Triton.
What about Sebastian?
I don't know. That's iffy. because it has to be somebody who has some gravitas about them, especially their voice. As much as I would love to see somebody funny like Kevin Hart do it.
But they do have to be funny.
They have to be exceptionally funny. Exactly. I would like to see somebody like Kevin Hart do it because I genuinely think he's funny, but I don't know about his singing voice. That's the only thing. And
Sebastian couldn't really sing.
Yeah, he was more of a conductor. You're right. But I'm just saying, like, that was my favorite song, you know? So
Under the Sea.
Exactly. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. So
yeah, you don't really have to be able to sing that song.
Yeah, I just
down what is what to take it from me. Yeah, it's very basic.
You don't have to be a singer, but I would really like to see that they're stepping up all the rest of them because they brought it with Aladdin, even with bringing in that little nod to the gospel choir and holding the note. Thought it was brilliant. So they've been stepping it up with their live action stuff. So
so
his name is Joe Morton. That's his name. Joe Morton is the one who played Papa Pope in Scandal. It was going to come to me. I actually had to look it up.
So yeah, I mean, I'm excited about this. I can't wait to see this. But
who would you like to see as Sebastian?
Sebastian. I would probably what?
No, I was thinking of somebody, but then I had to stop myself because he's in Lion King.
Who?
He's playing one of the hyenas because
who?
Keen, because he was Keen and Peele.
Oh, Keel.
Yeah.
Wait.
He's one of the hyenas.
Key and Peele.
Key.
Sorry. Yeah, Key. I don't know on that one. That is a hard one because you want somebody who's stoic and whose voice is like there, but you still want that raw, like the Caribbean accent.
Right.
And then you want him to be a little sarcastic and, have like jokes. Like I can clown you if I want to, but I'm not. Exactly. So I don't know who could do that. Honestly. I have no idea.
I just know for Ursula, it better be Lizzo.
Oh yeah. Or
Queen Latifah.
Queen would make Queen would be good too. But I think Lizzo would be great.
I think Lizzo would be brilliant too. I think she would be absolutely brilliant.
Because she's got the energy for it. And I'm pretty sure she can do that.
She can sing it
real
down.
Good.
Yeah, she can sing it down.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that. But one thing that I'm kind of not based off the trailer is, did you see that Mulan trailer?
I did.
What you think?
I actually am excited to see it. And I really hope that for Mulan, seeing that a big part of her story is about her being in the army, I really hope they play up that action sense of it. Because with these live actions so far, we haven't seen one that's been like a true action movie. Do you know what I mean? It has action sequences, but not real action.
So this one to me seems more of that. This is not a remake of the Mulan in the Disney version. Because I was like, well, where is Eddie Murphy at? Because I didn't see the dragon nowhere.
Maybe they're also saving that because remember, this is not a trailer. This is just a teaser.
Well, yes. But what it looks like this is going to be more focused on the actual story versus the Disney aspect of it. Because the Disney aspect of it is the dragon and her falling in love. But it looks more like this is going to be about her being a warrior.
Yes.
And being
I like that.
Like better, which is cool. But it's not the Mulan.
Right. But you know what?
Mulan.
I think they're saving that. They got a lot of backlash when they released the Aladdin trailer and the genie looked kind of messed up. And then, they went back and fixed it. So I think before they release it again, they're trying to make sure that it's where they want it to be before they do it. I'm more than sure because they haven't strayed away from any of the stories so far. Like they've done really good, even with making, Beauty and the Beast, those characters come to life, all of those different animate objects. So I'm sure they're going to have the dragon because we all know that dragon as being the comedic
but will he be but will he be?
The genie still held it. It was a different form of it, but he was still funny. So they're not going to just remove one main component of the story. Do you know what I mean? I don't think, but I could be very wrong.
Yeah.
So
we'll have to see. We'll have to see. And then the last thing, I got to talk about my boy because I love him so much. But Chris Brown was acting up this week. Did you hear about this?
No.
Yes. This past week, my boo was acting up. So he has a song out with Jonah Lucas on his new album. I can't remember what it's called, but Throw a Stack. I think it's called Throw a Stack. I like it. It's a strip club anthem, so I like it. But in the song, he says something to the extent of, I only want to F the black bees with the good hair.
Oh.
So, of course, he had people coming for his neck about that, mainly black, some black women.
Yeah.
So then he goes to respond.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Chris, and says, why is it only the uglies who are upset about that? Here we go. Why don't we start a challenge of, if you're mad about it, snap a photo. So then...
That's inappropriate, but the way it's said is funny.
Yeah, it's funny. Chris is funny. But then it even got a little further with one of the Love and Hip Hop castmates, Tokyo Vanity. I don't know if you know her, but she's one of the girls in the New Orleans clique of all these young billionaires.
Oh, okay.
And she came back and basically snitched on Chris about how when her friend tried to go into one of his sections, he don't let in the darkies. He only lets in light-skinned girls or mixed girls. And that was the term, darkies. And so he's gotten a lot of backlash because of that. And he basically is saying, like, if you're offended by the comment of good hair, then there's some insecurity with you, within you. What do you, Chris?
Exactly. How old is he?
Look, I wasn't offended by it. I'm going to say this. I'm going to just say I was not offended.
Well, I'm not offended, but I think it's tacky.
It's okay. Boom. So I was going to say this. I'm not offended by it because I think I have good hair. And that's just me. I'm a black woman. My hair gets very thick. And as y'all, other cultures might say, nappy. But I still think I have good hair.
That's right.
So I don't take offense to, or I don't get all enraged or, in an uproar when somebody says good hair, bad hair. Like I don't, because, that's right. your idea of that. And I can't be mad at you because you think that my hair is not good or not, whatever. I was born with it. Nothing I can do about it.
Right.
But it was out of taste.
My thing is this. I don't know if he does it because he has an issue, a disorder or something, but I just don't understand it because...
Don't do him like that.
No. I'm trying to think of a polite way to say it because I don't want anybody... I'm not making fun of anybody's disorder at all. Remember, I spoke about Kanye West.
Well, I know. I know that.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, don't do him. He don't got a disorder. No, he just said what he said. And he meant that.
How old is he?
And that's just what he meant. I think he's 31.
Okay. Yeah, he's a grown
28.
man.
28. He might not be 30 yet. No, he's 30. He's 30.
He's a grown man. And I don't understand, for somebody who's gone through being drugged through the mud, it amazes me that, and he has his right to have his likes and his dislikes. He can like whatever he wants to.
I don't think that I think when he was writing it, he was just writing it. Like it wasn't meant in, I don't like black women, so let me talk about him. Because all of the girls that he dated, although they might be mixed, they're mixed with black. His mama is black. His aunties are black. Like, his family is black.
This is what I was going to say, though. I don't like the good hair, bad hair. I don't like that because what he's saying
it was
is
in bad taste. It was in bad taste. He shouldn't have said it.
Why is it because it looks one way, that's good? If that's your personal opinion, that's great. But then to come back and say, why is it all the uglies that are saying something?
Right.
And it's no offense to you, Chris. I know that you've been working the past couple of years to get your career back to where it's supposed to be or where you would desire it to be. I mean, that's great and wonderful. But have you ever stopped to think about the reason it has not is because of you? And if you think about it, all of the ones that you're trying to get riled up with this maybe don't want to waste the time on you. I think Beyonce has good hair, wigs or not. I think Gabrielle Union has good hair, wigs or not. And I think every other black woman, bald, curly, nappy, whatever you want to label as, have good hair.
Bald, they don't have hair.
It doesn't matter. You get the point that I'm making. Is that there is no good or bad.
Yeah.
There is no good or bad. Do you see what I mean? But for him, as a black man who's gone through the shaming of something because he was black, to then turn around on his culture and be like, oh, well, you have good hair, you don't have good hair, is in poor taste, young man. And I'm going to call you young man because you are younger than me. So that's why I'm saying that, because we're in the same age range. And you would think by now, with all the stuff that you've gone through, you would have had some enlightenment. And just when I was just getting on the path of being like, you know what, Karl, you need to let go of that looking at people's past and being like, and writing them off.
You should learn from your past.
Exactly.
You should learn.
You should.
But
you really should.
Again, though, I think that Chris, honestly, and this is not in any way a biased opinion. This is just what I really, really think genuinely. I think that he has had a very, very hard time coming back from that. And there's a lot of people who still don't mess with him.
But it's because of stuff
don't like him and don't. Again, it is because of that, but I feel like he lashes out because he feels like it doesn't matter what I do anyway. You know, like it's one of those, that mentality when people feel like it doesn't matter like how good I've gotten, how much I've changed, y'all still have something to say. So
but the thing is, but it's every 2 years he's done something else. So have you changed?
But
now
but
let me give you an example.
It's not
No,
every
just being
2
fair.
years in the way I am being fair. I'm saying it's not every 2 years he's done something else like in the same capacity as
no, but it's always
he
something.
Might say he's responding to something or somebody. For instance, he wasn't doing nothing. He was hiding. He was dating. He had his little girlfriend, and then somebody saying he raped him. Like when is he gonna get a break? That's what I'm saying. I think that I think he lashes out because he really feels like that. I would feel like that. If I could never live down something that I did.
I'm a strong believer of we create the reality that we want.
This is true.
So I'll leave it at that.
This is true. But I'm
not blaming anybody at all for the things that come out of his mouth and the backlashes that come back.
Anything about these white men who have beat up girls, raped girls or anything. They don't keep bringing it up.
That's not true. Ooh. Not to the same degree as they do with African Americans or any other ethnic community. I agree with you on that. I've said that several times. I agree with you on that. But look at Hollywood and how Hollywood crumbled when all of those men were being brought to light. It wasn't just Bill Cosby. It was all of them. The Weinsteins, they were dropping left and right. And it was a lot bigger and way more massive because for a while there, Cosby dropped out of the news because Weinstein was the hit thing. And then it was Kevin Spacey. And that news cycle went on for a while.
Yeah, but it was short-lived. And
no, it was not. Well, maybe for you because you don't follow like entertainment news every day. It was something every day. With Cosby, they mentioned it for a week and it was on. Even in the mainstream media for Cosby, it was for a while and then all the women came out.
Well,
that went on for 2 weeks. And then for Weinstein,
they had to wait for trial.
Right. But then for Weinstein, it was a lot of stuff that kept coming out. Actors were coming forward saying, I knew and I should have said something. Other people he worked with, other executives. That went on for a very long time. It was like every day something new. And I was like, dang. So I do see it now. Again, I'm not saying it's on the same level, but it did happen to some others who were doing some stuff.
Yeah, but
again, not on the same level.
But that happened. And then what?
Harvey was erased because you don't hear anything about him. But that's the same thing with Bill Cosby. He was erased as well. You just stop hearing about it.
Well, we'll see in 2 years if somebody says anything negative about Harvey.
Probably not.
Again,
it's every 2 years Chris does something.
But the point that I'm trying to make is just let him live his life. Like he can't. Again, if you poke a bear, it's gonna attack. Like
Yes, but if you're running into a store and you keep stealing apples every single time, you're gonna finally get caught. And I'm gonna put it like that.
But some people's. That's just their personality. That's what I'm saying. Like, we know he's a reactor. Like, no matter how much he tries not to, he's a reactor. Yes, it's his fault that he reacts to it and
No, that was his fault that he even said it. He shouldn't have said it. It's just in bad taste. So then he gets mad when people have a reaction to it. Bruh, you're in entertainment. Whether you do something, whether you don't do something, people are going to like it or not like it. You got to do you regardless. You wrote it. You want to stand behind it. Stand behind it. You don't need to respond to what people say, though. Bro, grow up.
Point. He shouldn't have said anything. He shouldn't have said anything
it's
at all.
Poor
just
taste.
let it be. Just let it be what it was. And
but again, he created it.
If that's his preference and he said it, that's his preference.
Exactly. He created that reality. So, of course, somebody's not going to like it. And we live in a social media driven world right now where everything is on social media. Somebody said something. Therefore, and then you just gave them their 10 minutes of fame by responding to it. Because now a bunch of other people are going to jump on. And now this person you have made famous. And then you want to know how come you can't get out of the spotlight. It's because you do things like that. So I'm wondering, is this just to push your album and your tour?
It could be. It could be.
So.
Because I'm still going.
And on that note.
I'm still going. Fourth row.
It's just sad because I was really rooting for him. Again, this time I was rooting for him. I didn't like the whole album, but there were some songs in it that I was like, okay, that's good.
I like it.
But I'm like, here we go. And somebody who's completely changed though, and I was going to use this example, Justin Bieber.
Yeah, he didn't join.
He was in that same place as, Chris Brown. But, he got himself together and he just stays out of it. And Chris hasn't learned. Chris still has to be relevant. And Chris is still needing something.
Yeah, he's settled. Well, he's not happy. He's not. You could tell he's not. You could tell he's not like fully happy.
I don't want to say that because I don't know. But I'm just saying there's something lacking that's making him act in this way. We all, I believe, we all only do it because there's something that we're lacking. Mm-hmm. We feel depressed because we feel we're lacking something in our life. We are angry because we feel we missed out on something. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. You're
not 100% happy, and we all go through it.
I still want the best for him.
Just to, get into the self-care with that, with just being happy with who you are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really just that, like we do these things, and this is even to speak to myself. Like I told y'all a little bit before, I went off on somebody, and that was because, again, I have to evaluate myself and just say, okay, that did not make me happy. Why, if this is not somebody that I'm with, in a relationship with, does what they do affect me?
Right.
Or bother me to where I'm going off on you and cussing you out for things that you are or not doing.
Can I ask an even bigger question?
What?
Why does anyone's negative energy at all affect us? It shouldn't. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're married to them. It doesn't matter if it's your mama, your daddy, your sister, your cousin, your auntie, your brother, your grandma, your grandmama. Grandma and grandma are the same people. Grandma, grandpa. It does not matter. At the end of the day, if we all focus on this, you, the being that you are, you get one opportunity in this form, in this moment. Right. Stop caring about how others see you, especially when it's in a negative light. And the reason I say that is this. So many of us are so focused on either getting the praise from somebody or focusing on something negative that somebody else said that we miss the present moment. You could have in this moment been creating something that would have saved lives, but you spent it on doing something that does not benefit you in any way. Mm-hmm. We all have a reason and a purpose for being here. And not to get super philosophical or spiritual or anything like that, but I do believe that all 7.5 billion of us and counting on this planet serve a purpose. And I seriously don't believe that it's to be born on this planet, to go to work, and then to die. I don't believe that that's what it's for.
Sure isn't.
There's so much more to human beings, just the anatomy of our body and how we can heal ourselves when we've been cut or this, that, and the other. It amazes me. I mean, we breathe without even thinking about it. Our heart works without anything. Do you know what I mean? Exactly. So to spend this energy on something that is so negative because somebody said something to you or somebody made you feel this way, you have to focus on being the best you. And the only reason we ever doubt ourselves is only because we've listened to other people. Because as children, if I wanted to put on some wigs and I wanted to put on some high heel shoes and I wanted to run around my house because it made me happy, I did that and did not care what anybody had to say about it. But then as soon as I do it out in public and somebody laughs at me and I see that they're making fun of me, that hurts me. Then I know not to do that anymore because that hurt. I don't want to feel the pain. But if those people were focusing on them, and making themselves truly happy instead of looking at what somebody else was doing, then they would have never pointed and laughed at that person in the first place because they would have been too busy in their own little world trying to make themselves happy.
Okay, Karl, go off then.
I'm sorry. But you see, this is something that I've had to live through, that I've had to come out of myself, which is why I feel so passionately about it. So y'all excuse me. I had to go in there for a minute. And I wish you could have saw the nails because they was a-clicking.
They was clicking and clacking, honey. But agreed, 110,000%. I mean, I don't even need to add anything to that. Seriously. It just,
I apologize.
I don't.
It took hold. I had to let her out.
It's okay. Let it out.
I had to go in on that one.
But for real, I mean, and that's just it. So we just got to focus on ourselves.
Exactly.
And just find our own happiness within ourselves. Find our own purpose within ourselves.
That's right.
Not depend upon other people to have the answers for us in our journey.
Ever.
It's for you to figure out and go through and prosper on your own.
And that does not mean there won't be good advice. But you need to understand the difference between advice and answer. They both start with A, but they're two different things. You ask a question for something, you want that answer because you feel you don't know. When you ask for advice, you're asking for an opinion on something to give you a wider view of the situation. Two different things. And so many people get those confused and thinking they're asking for advice when they're truly looking for answers. But that answer is only going to come from what's inside you. Ever.
Yep.
Because you have to make the decision on your own, no matter what it is in life.
Period.
Pooh.
And that
is that. Own that. Come on here.
And it's time. Dang, today went by super fast.
Didn't it? Well, that's because we was in today. We was in them. It'd be like that sometimes.
Sometimes you just got stuff to say.
Time flies when you're having fun.
And time's fun when you're having flies.
Heck.
Why did you almost go in? You almost went in.
I did until I thought about what you said.
Girl slid down to the floor. Y'all. He almost went in.
Oh, I almost did it. And I'm like, hold up. What you just say?
That don't make no common sense. Oh. But anyway, y'all, we love you and we mean it.
Yes, we do. Love, light, and positivity always. But remember, that first word is always love. Everything we do is in love.
In love, in love, in love.
All right.
That was 3-part harmony.
It was. All right, girl.
Oh, all right, y'all. Well, we will see you next week.
We will. Can't wait to tell you about all the stuff. High five.
Bye.